Okay, so we had another busy day, or I had another busy day again today, and I got done a little earlier today than I did yesterday. Yesterday was so windy, and it was kind of chilly. Just took the energy out of me, I guess. Today it was actually colder when I started this morning, but I wasn't as cold, and I got done a lot faster today. Yesterday it just seemed like it took me forever to do a service. But today, I don't think it took me very long. So I serviced this one today. So that's an L100 series. Got it all washed up. And then yesterday, I showed you this one. It's kind of funny. I've never had two of the identical mowers here before that was from different people. And so that's another L series. And I've got a new seat cover for that, but I'm not going to put it on until I get it over to his place. Let's see, this one is just waiting for pickup. They've already paid for it. They came over, paid for it, said they were going to try to come get it this weekend. This one, I put a new starter on, and the new starter didn't work. So I returned it today, which, I don't know, I never thought about doing this before. I mean, I've used the library to print things before, but I don't own a printer. And I thought about buying one, and I just can't seem to force myself because we really don't print a lot. And the house being so small, it's just another thing that we'd have to try to figure out how to store. And today I almost bought one, and then it occurred to me, wait a minute. On the Amazon returns, we're about 50 miles from a place where you can just take it over there and they'll take care of it for you. Or I can take it over to the hardware store over here, but I got to print off the label. Well, the lady that used to work there, or I don't know if she still works there or not. They had two new people I've never seen before, but I haven't been there all winter, so I don't know what's going on over there. Anyway, she used to always print those labels off for me. So what you do is you say, oh, you can email the link to someone, and they can just print that label off. You give it to her, and she'll or she opens it up, she prints off the label, give her the box, and she takes care of it. It was really nice of her to do that. But today I learned, hey, you know what I could do is I could just download the label onto an flash drive. You're gonna go over to the library and print it off. And of course they want, some money for it, which is fine. They want 25 cents, and it's 50 cents for 2 pieces of paper. And I know somebody's gonna call me crazy, but it's the library, and I do support the library. There's not a lot of features in this area, and being able to go in there and print off something is just a nice feature, so I'd like to support it when I can. So I gave him $4 because I have 4 ones sitting in my pocket. So, I mean, what's the big deal? I know it cost me $4 to send it, but that's not the way I'm looking at it. It cost me $4 because that's what I wanted to donate. And then, today I worked on the beast, and hopefully I got this all resolved. In yesterday's video, I was telling you that the wintertime fuel with the ethanol boils off really fast if it gets warm. So it was March. It's March. It was 80 degrees the other day in March. We're still having the wintertime fuel. Well, that fuel will, I think, burn off at like 120 degrees. So it's 80 degrees outside, and we have this exhaust right here that runs across. And so all that heat goes straight up into the carburetor and boils off that gas. I've never witnessed this problem before, but now it's getting vapor lock. And get it unlocked is actually kind of a chore, because you got to take all this off. You got to take off that carburetor solenoid, which is down at the bottom of the bowl. And for some reason, you got to pump gas in it with that solenoid off. Otherwise, it won't start. So I had to figure out a way to resolve this, or at least make it better. And today I think I did. So I bought this fiberglass tailpipe wrap. It's insulation. And I wrapped it as much as I possibly could without it interfering with anything. So you can see, you know, I can get my finger underneath there, but there's one back here also that I had to be careful of. So I wrapped it, and that should keep the temperature cooler down there. So I ran it for a good little bit, but the problem was it was 50 degrees out today, so I'm not getting the same, you know, it just wasn't testing right. So I got that wrapped up, and I'll show you what it looks like. It was only $9. There's quite a bit of it, but it's fiberglass, and you're supposed to put it in water and let it soak, I guess to keep the dust down. I don't know. Comes with metal zip ties, so that was great. The problem was while I was sitting there trying to figure out why my carburetor wasn't working, because I bought a new carburetor, the starter started going out. I wasn't running it a lot. I mean, I was running it more than I really wanted to, but I understand that if you run it too long, it gets hot. But the Bendix started messing up, the clutch on it, and so it was slipping. So I bought a new starter, and it ran today. I took it for a good long test drive, played with it up down the big steep hills over there. Let it sit here for a few minutes. It was doing a little bit of popping after it warmed up, so it's still heating up and boiling off a little bit, but not near as bad as it was. So once I get to summertime gas, it should do better. That's my hope. Otherwise, I'm just going to buy the expensive stuff, the non-ethanol, and that should take care of it. But the thing is you know, I question whether I should be spending money on this. I mean, it's old, but the engine's pretty solid. It's just so old, and I just keep putting more parts on it. So, you know, $50 for a starter, $20 for a carburetor, $9 for a wrap. Got 2 ignition coils on it, new belts, new fan for the transmission. You know, I don't know. If you think about it, I probably haven't spent more than $100 a year on it. I know that's pretty expensive, but it's doing its job. It's got a lot of power. And I figure as long as the engine is doing good, I probably can afford to keep doing this. You know, just, you know, one part at a time, things go out. But I sure do like it. And so, you know, using it as a tow truck, it has been a really fantastic thing to have. And I can still use John Deere to cut the grass. So, but, you know, I got all these mowers here today. I got 4 mowers sitting here, and it's only August. And it's only March. And what's really weird is, what is it, Sunday? Don't quote me. I think it's Sunday, though. It's supposed to get down to 18 degrees and snow. I mean, we've been at 80 degrees, which is why I found out we had a problem with the lawnmower. 80 degrees, and here we are gonna have 18 degrees and snow. It's gonna be miserable. You know, somebody mentioned this in that it's a bad design. I know I'm coming, I got away from it and now I'm back to it. But, you know, in the old days, this wasn't a bad design because the gas wasn't boiling off. The gas has changed. And so, I mean, I could try to put a plate down here because Cub Cadet has done that. They put a plate down here. Let's see if we can see it without me taking the hood off. Yeah. See, they've got all this plating down here, and there's another piece there that keeps all that out of the air, the carburetor. So it's not entirely a bad design. It's just they didn't have to have all that extra metal down there to keep it cool. So hopefully that insulation will work. It stinks right now, which they said it would, but I've got it, I think I told you this already, I've got it wrapped like 3 times. So I could touch it. It was wet, but I could touch it for a second without it scalding me. So it's got to be cooler. And I don't know if that popping was actually from the heat. I don't know what it was from. It doesn't have to run a lot. You know what, I use it to tow these lawnmowers around, and so it doesn't run a lot. I also use it to load lawnmowers into the truck. Instead of starting the truck up and running the winch, I can hook the winch up to the lawnmower, and that provides the power. So as long as I'm not running it, you know, for 15 or 20 minutes, more than 15 or 20 minutes, it should be fine, even if we are evaporating gas. And the other thing I use it for is, when I've stopped doing that, I had a better idea. I can hook up the jumper cables to my portable air compressor, and I can run it off the battery. So jumper cables off the battery to the portable air compressor, and I can air compress, you know, or inflate the tires with the air compressor. But I was thinking, why am I doing that with the beast and wearing out my equipment? Why not just start the mower up that needs the air inflated, and use the mower's, you know, the mower's battery? So I started doing that yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking, using my equipment, wearing it out to inflate. And last year I was using the generator. You know, that was a dumb idea. So the thing sure has gotten dirty. I'll give it a bath this year. I give it a bath every year. So I guess there's not a lot more going on today, so I'm going to jump off of here. So if you'll click the up next box to take the video over to my other channel, we'd appreciate it. Go check it out. So hope I can inspire you. Work as hard as you can so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.